Here are some quick tips regarding the Series editor. So to get the editor first is to go to games over here, choose tools, and of course you'll have to go down and look for it manually. The searching won't really work much. And once you find it, you hit install. So here's my editor. I need a life. So once that's done, we hit launch. And of course, this will appear. Now, obviously, if you want to make maps, you choose world. If you want to make a model, you choose model, etc. But we'll start with the world because once you start a world, you'll get access to all of it by default. So let's go with the world. So I'm just going to double click on it. And to save it, I'm going to go File and Save As, but now it's up to you. Now you must know what game title you're going to use, and by that I mean whether it's Series Sam HD or Series Sam 3 BFE. To know that, you hit Control F, hit World Info, and choose OK. And this is what I mean. What game title are you going to use? So browse, click on it like this, and then browse, go to content. And if you want to make a BFE map, you choose 3. If you want to make first encounter, you choose HD. If you want to make a second encounter, you choose the second encounter. So for the sake of this tutorial, I'm going to use both. And I'll show you how to exactly package it right. So I'm going to start with 3. Okay? So now I know that it's going to be 3. I can go File, Save As, go to 3, Levels, Content, 073, Levels, and hit this icon that says Create New Directory. Click on that. If it's a campaign, type 01 if this is your first campaign. If it's a survival, type this. For the sake of this tutorial, I'm gonna make it a campaign _ tutorial BFE. You don't have to type BFE, but I'm gonna do it like this, but it's up to you. Just put 01 _ and any title you like without spaces, okay? So hit OK and open it up. I can delete this and type in my first map BFE. This is the file name. We specify that it's the first map _ the title of the map. No spaces. You can use uppercase letters, but do not put any spaces, otherwise the code is going to get confused. So hit save. And here it should say contents, there's 3 levels, 1 tutorial BFE. You get the deal. This means it knows exactly, it shows you the location where you saved that file. But we're not done yet, because we need obviously some sort of area to try it on. So I'm gonna go to entity list over here, choose geometry and simple model. Just drag it in like this and release the mouse and the green box will appear. Double click on it and we're gonna get a mesh. So choose create over here and choose a terrain and click left mouse button and you can just hold it to drag this out. And now, or you can use the arrows if you so desire. I personally use it manually without the arrows, but that doesn't matter because we're doing the test. So press the console key to deselect it. Go to mesh over here and enable collision mesh so the player doesn't fall out of the world. And we're not going to do anything to this besides that. And now you may be confused on why you can't interact with other entities because we're in mesh editor. This is what I said. If you're in the world editor, you get access to this: animation, collision, destruction, skeleton, world editor. All right, so to get out of the mesh, we go back to world editor, of course, and this is what we created. To save it, you click on File and choose Save, or press Ctrl S. And right here, by the looks of it, it seems like it saved it. Now, in we're gonna go back to entity list over here, and we're gonna collapse geometry, and we're gonna go to logic, because now we need a spawn point. And click on chapter info, hold it, and drag and drop it in here. And if you can't get it right, you can just double click on it, and it will appear. Hold Control, and you get arrow keys where you can position it. But I'm pretty much fine with that. I'm gonna leave it as is. I press console key to deselect it, like that. See, I'm pressing console, I'm deselecting it. This shows what you selected. If you press console, it deselects it. So now it says none. So perfect. We have spawn point, but it's not gonna work. Control S to save it again, just to double check. And now press Control F again. Type in world info. So it found one entities. Perfect. Hit OK. Go to entity right here. Right where it says first chapter, you click on the green icon here. Or you can choose from array to get the list. I prefer working with the color picker because it gives you this nice crosshair and you can see that it found it. So you left click on it, and there you have it. Now to test this, you press, well, I don't know the, okay, I think simulation, yeah. If you click on simulation over here, you can, it shows you can press the T or start from view, which is Shift T. We want to start because start means how it will work when it's packaged, and start from view is when you test it. So we're not testing, we're actually gonna play it now. So we're gonna hit start, and there you have it. It's a 3 BFE title. You can see the character, and we have collision and everything. We're not falling off the world, so it's fine. Okay, so now how do we package this? So we need to know how Crow Team did it, and how the way they did it is they go to File, Open, Document. We go back, go to root directory, disk, content. Since it's a 3-level BFE title, we click on this, levels, and as you see here, they have NFO files. But we don't have one for our tutorial, so how do we do that? So SURSAM 3 levels, the first NFO is going to be the episode title in the main menu for your tutorial level, or however you named it. I personally like to start from BFE, so we double click on that. Do not do anything just yet, because you can overwrite it by accident, and we don't want that. So we choose File, Save As, and click on the folder, but don't double. No, it doesn't give you the name. So you have to be you have to name it exactly the same as the folder name. So for me, it's gonna be 01 tutorial BFE. Save. And now you have to locate your BF Fusion or 4 editor. This works for the 4 editor and Fusion, so that's nice. There we go. Fusion content, SURSAM 3 levels. Oh, fuck. Right. We saved HTM. Save as, tutorial. Put the .nfo. Make sure you don't have any spaces. Seems about right. Save it again. Go back to your, well, folders. Delete that, and you should say system information with the exact name of your folder. But it's not gonna work just yet because we need to copy the title. So where it says name TTRS, episode name BFE, we're gonna put Control V of our own one. And where it's equal, you can give it a title name. So my BFE tutorial. And that's about it. Now you can file and save. So what it's gonna do is it's gonna give you the idea of the main menu of where your maps will appear. So when I start the 3 BFE, it should say my BFE tutorial, and when you open it, it should load your map. But we're not done yet, so we can close this. we're gonna go again, open document, BFE, Cairo Square, and we're gonna copy this NFO. So don't do anything just yet. We need to save as, go back here and double check our title of our world. What I like to do is just copy it and then put .nfo. Not HTML or HTML, it must be NFO, otherwise it won't work. Click save, and right where it says name TTRS, we don't want any of that. The way I know on how to stop is because there's a dot over here. We just stop right at the dot. So you copy everything and you stop at the dot. And to double check if I didn't make any mistake, and I haven't. Okay, so we can choose window, tile horizontally, just close this and open this up. Right, so this is gonna be the title of your level, not the episode, but the level. So my first level BFE. We're not gonna mess with the thumbnail just yet. And then file, save. Choose close. And we can now start, well, Fusion, play modable, and we'll see if it loads. You don't have to close the editor, it can be running, that doesn't matter much. Except it's gonna cost you some performance. Right. So we're now at the title screen, so we made a single player map, campaign. My BFE tutorial already appears. My first level BFE, doesn't matter which difficulty. And there we have it. We are on our packaged level. Sure, it's gonna have some issues, but I'm not gonna cover that at the moment. Well, that should do it. Now, let's repeat the steps. Right, we're back in the serious editor. But this time, we're gonna make a first encounter map, or second encounter, doesn't matter. They're kinda the same, it's just the UI is different. So right, new world again, entity, chapter info, and I double clicked on it, then choose geometry, simple model, double click on that, double click on the green box, it's gonna take you to the mesh editor, and if you wanna go manually there, select your green box, click on world editor and choose mesh editor. Perfect, great. Terrain, drag and drop it like so. And mesh, enable collision mesh, back to world editor. Here's our little chapter. You can use the arrow keys, put it somewhere here. Again, Control F, world info, entity. Click on this where it says game title, choose browse, and choose SiriusXM HD maybe. That'll do. File, save as, go back to SiriusXM HD, levels, new directory, 01, my first TFE campaign, something like this will do. Doesn't matter, it's up to you on what kind of title you want to give. So hit OK, open it up, specify that it's the first level, and that should do it. Save, and where it says first chapter, you click on this one, click on the chapter info, it should locate it like that. Double check, press T. It works, so now we can save this. File, open document. We're gonna need our, well, episodes. Yes, the campaign menu. So Egypt, double click on this. File, save as. 01, my first TFE campaign.nfo. Let's copy this, save. episode, we start from the dot to TFE. Control V, and we can change the title. Make sure you don't delete this quote. Equals, and at the end it should be quote. So in our quote, it's gonna be my first TFE campaign. File save, file open again. Make sure it's also saved as NFO. So now open document. We're gonna go to Egypt, and the first NFO file save as. Save as. My first TFE campaign. We're gonna open it up from content. Right, so now we need levels NFO, so through some HD levels. So we have NFO in my first TFE campaign. Oh, and I named it wrong. Right. Oh, it doesn't. I can just. I'll double check just in case. Open document, so it needs to be the same. Right. Like so, but I'm gonna correct this. Yep, I made a mistake. Sorry about that. Make sure it's exactly the same and is fixed. So 01, my first TFE campaign, equals my first TFE campaign. But as you see here, I put spaces because that's the title. We want them to have spaces. That's fine. Just as long as the quote is there at the end and as long as there's equal. That means it's gonna get the right data. So now we close this. And now we're at the level. So file, save as, my first TFE campaign. Let's check the level's name. I'm gonna delete this one. And that's pretty much it. Copy dot NFO. Save. This one, I double clicked on it and then it selected it. And now my first level, something like this will do it. Right. I'm gonna save this and let's see if it loads in game. Right. So let's go single player campaign, and that should show my first TFE campaign and my first TFE level. Let's load it. And as you see here, the levels packaged, and that's how it will look like in game. Right, so now I'm gonna run you through some basic steps and ideas on how to solve most issues that regard packaging. Right, so your NFO files, this is how they should look like. First level, first TFE, tier 2 are connected. Same as the campaigns episode. It links to the folder of where your content will be for that level. So for example, if you wanted to make like models or something, all you have to do is choose save as, and in my first TFE campaign, you click on new directory and it could be like models. Hit OK. And that's where you put your models. So to test this, for instance, you get errors such as mesh unnamed. That means your mesh is not saved and you need to save it. So where it says model, it says local. It works for single player, but it won't work for multiplayer. So to do this, all you have to do is click on local, save as, content. If it's for TFE, you go to TFE. Levels, my first TFE campaign, models, and to be more organized, I'm gonna create new directory, name it like terrains. It doesn't matter, it can be anything, it's your stuff, it's your personal space. And I'm just gonna name it terrain or something. So save. Right. You may be thinking that it's over. No. You click the plus sign, meshes, and that's what we need to save. And more importantly, both of these need to be the same. Well, not the titles, but to be organized, I'd do it this way. So we can click on history. This is where all of your history will be recorded. And for me, it's going to be my TFE campaign terrains. At the moment, you won't see your saved terrain because you're saving a different file, BMF, not MDL. That's why it's not displaying that. It's filtered. So ignore that. It's filtered, you won't see it. But if you click save, and for instance, if you want to locate your terrain, you choose locate, and there you have it, terrain. And if you still don't trust the engine, you can go file, open document. And in my first TFE models terrains, as you see here, MDL and BMF is saved. Perfect. And you may be wondering, why is the mesh unnamed still displayed? Well, that's because it's old data. It's old. It's now old. It's time to deprecate that. So to do this, just press the middle mouse button when your mouse is hovering over any of these. So middle mouse, it clears it. Perfect. File, save, no more errors. And that's how you package everything. Okay, so Control F, world info is really important because it's tied to the game title you're gonna use, the spawn point, music, exploration, fight, etc. Everything is here. The console key deselects it. Perfect. So that's about it. That's what I wanted to talk about. I'll see you next time.